Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. Well, over the last week I played in two tournaments, the group stages. In a mixed tournament, like you can see right now on your screen, and on an only town of 14 level. Overall, this means 8 attacks. I will share today now every single attack I have done over the week with you, and obviously get kind of into the reasoning why I did that. Starting things off, and I can already say I used a lot of different strategies. Superdragons, Superbowlers, Rocketloons, Superbarbarians, and a lot of sneaky goblins. All of those are going to be used, and I will exactly explain why. So the first one is going to be the Superdragon. The Superdragon, I personally think the Superdragon, to all of you out there who love hybrid, use Superdragons instead. The crazy thing why this works is you do the exact same charge. So why did I do this one right now? Right there, this attack, is because I felt like the town hall charge looks pretty simple. On the same side though, if something is going wrong, it's going to need me or cost me a lot of spells to save this. So hybrid needs way more spells for the hybrid part to protect. The heal spells, for example. At the same time, hybrid is just so risky. You're running into spring traps and you have no chance of recovery. With this approach, like with the Superdragons, there's nothing like that. You have black mites. Yeah, sure, if your reactions are good, you can just block those black mites, and that's it. And those Superdragons are going to stay alive for a long time, especially if you have a slammer. And that's kind of the cool thing about this approach, which I already said, is you just charge the town hall. You do the same approach as with a hybrid attack, where you charge the town hall, and then you're just going to use everything else to protect either the queen or the Superdragons. The cool thing is, though, you don't need those heal spells. That's the great thing. And if you're now kind of convinced about Superdragons being strong with this specific army, and you love Queen Charge Hybrid and you want to now try this out as well, I did a dedicated guide about this strategy. You should definitely check it out. But now let's get back to the attack. The idea was to pretty much get the Superdragons to the core through all of those ground expos and use the king and the royal team at the bottom side to kind of like funnel and push those dragons through the core, because that's the big downside now if we compare this with like Dragonriders, because those Superdragons, you need to direct them. You need to create the pathing, because they will go anywhere. If you don't create the pathing, they're going to get distracted by everything. But if you create the pathing, they're going to be incredibly powerful, and they're going to give you every single 3-star you need to win whatever you're playing. And that's exactly what happened for me right there. Even though the beginning, with the timing of the client castle, with the single front town, with the air defense, everything was horrible. That's how it was. But still, we were able to easily clutch things out, and take a look at that. That's a huge overkill considering how bad the entry works. But either way, we'll keep diving forward. As I said, I will show you every single attack. And hey, there we go. That's a qualifier base. Obviously, we know, or not no qualifier. That's actually a Clash Worlds Finals base, because that's from Queen Walkers. And we all know people love to copy Worlds bases. So let's see how we do against this base. First off, I could have maybe used, I don't know, the entry of Vic from the other side with like Superbowlers. But nah, I felt like Rocketloons might be the best thing. So the plan was to get into the multi-front tower with those wall breaks. The healers already are too late, and then the queen is having completely different plans because she is going the wrong direction. At this point already, I was like, okay, I just want to quit the attack. But hey, we keep trying because I need that thumbnail and make sure that we can maybe save this. So let's see. So far, the new siege is doing a great job of taking down the right side. Because the ground expo is too far away and opening all of those walls. So the plan was anyway to set my heroes in the defending heroes. So I'm going to do the same thing, the only difference now being that I have to use my royal champion to get into the multi-front tower, because my queen skipped that. The queen was just supposed to take down the town hall, but as I said, now I need to kind of replan this. Using wall breaks to get even further into the base, open up everything. Warren ability with king ability with headhunters protected is going to give me great value. The queen is kept alive because that's how Queen Charge Rocketloons work, right? You have so many spells, you don't need any spells, you don't need any support for those Rocketloons, which is so cool, which is why I love the strategy. And at the same time, the siege machine is still alive, the queen is keep going. Royal Team is taking down the eagle, the queen kept getting alive with those rages, with those spells. And at this point, maybe it's looking possible to be saved. We have over 1 minute left. The siege is still alive on that far right side and firing away on those defenses. The queen now going for the wall, the rocket loons taking down all of those defenses, the royal champion taking down some more defense. So things are looking pretty good now again, to be honest, considering how we started. And even the wizard tower is going to go down. So we have now 3 freezes left, and we know we don't need that many spells. We don't need that many spells. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to take down the scatter. Then I'm going to open up the siege machine, those rocket loons. Yeah, I was hoping to redirect my queen to the outside because then she could reach pretty much everything, which did not work. So yeah, I have to like change my plans. Waiting now for the Dragonrider to come over. Tank with the rocket loons for my Dragonrider. Use the freeze on whatever is going to screw up my rocket loons. Keep freezing. The air defense is getting taken down. 1 archer at the top side. And even though the beginning looked pretty awful, we're getting things done with the queen charge rocket loons. I love this strategy. It's such a cool strategy. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this base is gone. Now, next base. Next base is in another kinda-ish box base. I don't know. I know that this base is kind of popular in Legends right now. And yeah, this time we're going to go with Queen Charge Dragonriders. As I said, a lot of different strategies. That's what I love about this. I hate right now to always use the same strategy. I always mix up my strategies. I always try to adapt of what I'm seeing to make sure as well that I'm kind of unpredictable, because I hate it. I hate it so bad to get baited. So yeah. What do I know at this point, and what exactly is my follow-up, and what is the plan? The plan is to take down the Town Hall with sneakies. For that, I try to take down the multi-mortar. The multi-mortar is kind of scary against sneakies because it can really push them around and trigger some unexpected traps. So right now, luring out the clan castle with the blimp. That is what was planned. And now I see already a lot of Tesla popping up on that right side. So I kind of expect a Tesla farm. The plan was to send my king and my royal champion on the right side to make sure that I'm taking down the queen compartment and getting all of the value in there, and then the dragon riders for cleanup. Problem now though is that with this Tesla farm, it's really unlikely that I'm going to get that queen scattered and everything with just my king and royal champion. So I have to adjust. I have to adjust somehow that I'm getting this. So the plan right now is just, okay, YOLO. Try get the compartment, because if I get that, I think I should be looking good. And that's what I'm going to do. So sending in my king, sending in my royal champion, and switching the warden to ground to use that over there as well. Just because I think otherwise I would not get that compartment. So let's see if that's going to work, because the queen on the other side is going to kind of having some problems with all of those air defenses, which is a lot of air defense on that line, on that side of the base. But so far so good. Obviously with the king ability, we're getting way better value than expected with that hero dive. But the royal champion is now in the core, which is awesome for us. We have a lot of spares left, so we can slowly think about getting started with those dragon rides. But I'm still watching my queen to see where she's going next. She's actually going for a wall. Now I'm waiting for my royal champion to do something, which is keep going through the core. My king on the right side, and at this point I'm like, I'm not really sure what and where I should do. I have 4 dragon rides left. I'm adding now the dragon rider on the right side to get things started. It's around 40 seconds left, and time is ticking. Time is ticking a lot. We have 3 more Dragon Riders left. There they are. We have a Rage. We have some more things left, which we can use to support them. And the one Headhunter to take down the defending Royal Champion. This is kind of the plan. So what I'm going to do is Raging and then keep freezing the Ground Expo, because I don't have a Warden ability to protect that Headhunter. So I need to save that those spells, those freezes, to make sure that I'm getting where I need to go. Now it's 14 seconds, guys. It's 14 seconds. Time is ticking. And, well, there are a couple of more storages inside the base. So that's kind of unfortunate. But, hey, maybe the storage is low and we get that last second 3-star. And, nope, it's not low. This means a 99%. To be honest, that was only on me. I think the plan was completely OP, broken, whatever. But just the I started way too late with the Dragon Rise. I still don't know why exactly. But, hey, that's how things are happening. Next plan, let's get back to comfort, which is for me always Queen Charge Rocket Loon. So let's get back to that. I'm going to blimp that Inferno Tower. The reason for that is I want to take down the Inferno Tower, I want to take down the air defense, the Expo, and lure up the clan castle. Those were the main objectives for me at this point. Meanwhile, funneling with the Big Dragon at the bottom side, trying to get my queen into that scattered compartment, because I found one gigantic big base building mistake in this base. And I want to try to abuse that fact. The fact was, or is actually, the compartment behind the town hall, the dead zone in between of those two Inferno Towers. Because from this dead zone, as soon as I'm getting in there, I can reach everything, guys. I can reach the Town Hall, I can reach the Inferno Towers, I can reach everything. So I thought, okay, do I do that with a lock launcher? But nah, I needed the blimp, to be honest. Do I do that with the wall break? I cannot really target that wall, to be honest. So the next obvious thing was the jump spell. Even though you know me, I hate using jump spells with queen charges because 99% of the time, in my opinion, this is just like they're getting used when you're like bad at wall breaking or things. It's really rare that you really need them. But in this case, I did not find a good solution how to wall break this part of the base. So I had to use the jump, using the jump only kit to get into the stat zone, because from over there I can reach the Town Hall, Expo, Inferno Towers, everything, Queen, and so on. Now using my King and my Warden on the right side to tank the Eagle shots as well. Making sure that the Eagle is by no means targeting my Queen or my healers, even though the healers are already getting shot at. I did not use my Queen ability because I felt I want to save it for later. But right now, still, we're looking pretty good. We can use the King ability, we have the Royal Champ ability, and those Headhunters are coming in as well to take down whatever hero is left. And this means it's going to be a good push with those heroes. So now at this point as well, we have those Rocket Toons left, right? We have around about 50 seconds, and we have a couple of Rocket Toons which we can send into the Tesla farm on this far left side now, because I don't need to concentrate on my hero dive anymore. The Warden ability was just to protect the Royal Champion, get that Expo, get that scatter out of the way. That was the main purpose. It's looking good that we're getting this scatter, and with this, the biggest defense, which is the biggest threat at this point, is gone. The last defense is gone, and this means it's going to be the next 3-star. No 99, the next 3-star. And at this point, I want to remember, and tell you guys again, all of those attacks are shown. I have only those 8 attacks. I have those 8 attacks done during the group phase. There's no redoing those attacks whatsoever. It's just, I'm just showing what I have done. So like, it's not I'm only picking certain attacks or anything. Those were just all of the attacks I did. Next attack is in. This time though, we have a double jump Superbowlers. As I said, I'm trying to adapt to the base. And even though it's like a lot of single Inferno Towers, and probably there are a lot of people out there screaming now, iTzu, are you stupid? Why no Lalo? There's a single Inferno Towers. I did think about witches, okay? But I felt like I stick to the ground. I stick to the ground at least a little bit. And the idea was, okay, I used the Warden Walk on one side, I used the new Siege Machine on the other side, because the Eagle kind of felt kind of exposed with no Expos. But at the same time, I did not really see a good Queen Charger on the bottom side versus ground Expos for the most part, and obviously 3 single Inferno Towers. So I thought, okay, let's just spam something in. Let's spam something in. I'm a huge fan of Superbowlers, as you might know. I'm a huge fan of Superbowlers from the first day. Even though a lot of people said Superbowlers are not that good, I'm still a huge fan. I think they're really, really good. And, well, that's exactly what we're going to use. No P.E.K.K.A smash whatsoever, just Superbowlers right into the core. Double jump, because wall breaks were not that great on this scenario. So at this point, I still don't know how, but somehow this Queen got targeted by the single Inferno Tower. So at this point, I wanted to delay the Warden ability a little bit longer, but I could not do that because this stupid Queen somehow got targeted by that single Inferno Tower. And she's not moving. She's not moving at all. She's going to stay inside that range, so I had to invest the freeze, even though the freeze was swagged at the end, because somehow, suddenly, those Super Bowlers decided to go for that Inferno Tower. Roach him from the bottom side. Siege is still going from the top side, and that's something I have to say. This Siege is so insane strong if you can protect it, but at the same time, if you're getting baited with this, like good Tesla farm, good ground skeleton traps, things like that, this Siege is so bloody awful. It's crazy. It's so bad. We have baited a couple of times attacks like this versus like against us, because we thought way more people would use it, but only like 1 or 2 people used it, and we baited it like that time. And that was such a bad fail, because the Siege did not get any value, did not get the town, or what the purpose was. And yeah, the Siege is insane strong if it works, but it's a crazy big fail if it's like going wrong. And I feel like it's such a risky Siege, but it's such a fun Siege and such a strong Siege as well to use. So really cool overall, but that's the next 3-star for us. So I think we should keep moving forward, keep diving forward, and let's see how many more 3-stars we can get, because we have 3 more attacks to go. And I think if you see this army, I have to tell a bit more about the background. Why exactly do I use now Super Barbarians? Well, this right there you can see always at the top right the different clans. South Firestar is always for the mixed cup, which means like it's Town Hall 14 to Town Hall 10. By the way, I'm going to upload a couple of Town Hall 10 and 11 and 12 videos in the next couple of days. But Starfire is always the mixed tournament, and Tutti Frutti is always the only Town Hall 14 tournament. And on this one, our Town Hall 11, our Town Hall 12, and our Town Hall 13 all use Superbarbaren. So I thought, okay, I would just join them if they go for it. I just don't want to be that guy who's just keep going with something different. So I thought, okay, let's do it as well. I thought the screenshots looked really good, because the thing is, even though that Inferno Tower is nicely protected, really nicely done by the base builder, but it's just way too far inside that base. Who cares about a single Inferno Tower inside the core of the base? I don't. So I would just walk around that Inferno Tower and I just ignore it. So looting out the clan castle, but now the thing is, I want to send sticky goblins for the town hall, but I have already wall breaks and super barbarians, so how should I do that? So I had to use the new siege again. Not the great, like, it's decent value, yeah, but I feel like with the new siege you can get better value. It has done the job, okay? It did the job. Taken out the town hall, that's it. Now the next plan was to open everything with my wall breaks. I had to open up a lot of things because I wanted to get into the eagle with my king, and I wanted to later on wall break into the bomb tower. If you don't know which bomb tower I mean, that bomb tower right next to the single Inferno Tower. That was the bomb tower where I wanted to wall break in, to make sure that my queen is getting access to the single Inferno Tower and to the core. That was the plan, and it has worked great. So this is kind of like how the wall breaks work. They always target obviously the next closest closed compartment, and that was what the bomb tower was. So that's why it went over there. That's why we had to invest out of the other wall breaks, wall breaking then my king to the outside again, and keep protecting my queen with freezes, with rages, spells in general, making sure that she's staying alive. The town hall by this part is gone, so the queen can just like go through the core. Nothing key is targeting her, and this so far is looking awesome because the Superbarbaren's already in, pushing everything back into the last gated compartment. The defending queen is already down with all of those headhunters. Now the last wall break to give my queen access to the last multi-inferno tower, and this base is just obliterated. I mean, there is no next day for this base. Like, it's just gone. It's just gone. This attack, I think I was the most proud of this attack, because then I was even swaying an invisibility spell. Really, really cool attack in my opinion. But let me know what you like. Let me know which of all of those attacks was your favorite. Let me know what your favorite attack out of all of my attacks, my 8 attacks were. But let's dive into the 7th attack, okay? The 7th attack, or again, I'm sorry, I think Rocket Loons are like my most used strategy at the same time, but I just love that. They're so flexible, you can be so creative, even if things are going wrong. But let me explain first what my plan was. The plan was the following. So I wanted to queen charge that town hall side, because I was able to reach the warden, I was able to reach the experts behind the town, I was able to reach everything. But the air defense was a big problem. I wanted to not invest the blimp, just take down the air defense, so instead I invested the siege machine to get that air defense. But the siege machine sadly, or unfortunately, targeted the cannon on the left side first, because my queen did take down that too late, which then is now causing for the walls to open, which my queen is now taking and going inside. That was not planned. So now I have to go with plan B, because the next step for the plan was, as soon as everything at the bottom side is open, wall-wise, I will send in my heroes with the warden ability, Royal Champion for the core, and then from the top side some Rocket Loons. That was the plan. At this point I have to completely flip everything, because the queen cannot reach that single Inferno Tower, so I have to do something about that. So I have to send in my king and my Royal Champion, everything from the top side with my warden as well, because this stupid single Inferno Tower is completely messing up everything. But now the ground skeletons actually are luring my queen back, so I have now all 4 heroes at the same spot, and they need to push through the town hall poison. I have 1 minute 30 left, and now that's the reason why I bring so many wall breaks. You can see I had 4 super wall breaks, right? But to be honest, for the plan which I had originally, I only needed like 2. So I always love to bring some extra wall breaks if things are going wrong, and those are paying off now big time, because take a look at this last wall break. I'm going to target this corner wall, which is giving me access to everything. So the king, the Royal Champ, the queen, everything can now keep pushing forward, and at this point only the backhand is left alive. I keep freezing the core because the eagle obviously is a big target. using the rocket loons as well to push everything inside. And with this, even though things are going wrong, we're still getting the job done. That's how you do it. I freaking love this strategy. It's, I don't know. I don't know if it's too risky, to be honest, for pros to use it or why. But I think I have a, I don't want to lie, but let's put it like this. I think I have a pretty good hit rate with Queen Charge Rocket Loons, especially in tournaments. But yeah, I love it. It's so hard to predict. It's so hard to bait, because how do you want to bait that really, except the Queen Charge? And then again, you have the ward ability, so even the ground skeletons cannot really bait it. But either way, next attack, last attack is in. This is again the last base in the 5v5 town of 14 only, and I use a lot of sneaky goblins. The plan though is to take down the core clan castle, because this base has a gap inside the base. I don't know why exactly, and I don't know why this was this base to attack, but it was. So yeah, I had the pleasure of coming up with something cool, and I thought, yeah, 21 sneaky goblins sound kind of cool, so let's try it. Let's have some fun. That's always my approach right now with playing those matches. And so far so good. We have used the lightnings for the Inferno Tower behind the Town Hall, because I could not reach the Expo, and the Expo would have been really annoying. And then I'm trying to work around this Multi-Inferno Tower. The Multi-Inferno Tower later then is supposed to be targeted by the Slammer, because the pathing looks pretty good. At this point though, I'm starting the Golem a little bit too early, in my opinion, like watching this right now back. Because what this does is the Golem's taking a lot of damage, the Eagle is getting activated with that, which is a lot of damage on that Golem. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Now there's the Slammer, and because of that, because I had to start the Slammer, the Royal Champion, the defending Royal Champion, is actually targeting my poor Slammer. That's, yeah, he's not opening all of the walls I wanted to get. But hey, again, I have a lot of backup wall breakers as usual. You know me, I have a lot of wall breaks always with me. So I'm going to try to use them, and take a look at that. Those wall breaks are targeting the perfect wall right there. The Golem funnel is not really going to plan either, so the King funnel, so the King is walking around the outside, but well, who cares? See, Goblins for the Town Hall worked, so the Town Hall is down. At this point, I'm just keep pushing through, saving the Warden ability for Clash of Clans 2, or I don't know for what, not used so far. And I can still wait, adding some cleanup on the outside. I have still one Headhunter. But otherwise there's not too much to say, and it's looking again really good because I have the rage. I have now the ward ability, as everything is shooting at my poor Royal Champion. I have the Queen ability still left, and 1 minute to go. And now we have the cleanup. We have the cleanup coming in with a lot of freezes still left. The Royal Champion now with her ability, taking down some more buildings. But you can see it already, it's going to be another 3-star. So now it's up to you guys. Let me know what you think was, or like, what was your favorite attack strategy doing this. And I hope that you enjoyed that I'm doing some tournaments again. I stream all of those matches on my Twitch. It's in German, but still enjoyable, I think. And thank you so much for watching the video. I hope my voice was not too annoying. I'm sadly kind of sick right now, so I'm sorry. But still, having a lot of fun with those tournaments. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.